Europe of Freedom and Democracy was a right-wing Eurosceptic political group in the European Parliament. The group was formed following the 2009 European parliamentary election, mostly composed of elements of the Independence, Democracy and Union for a Europe of Nations groups that had existed during the 6th European Parliament. The group had a loose relationship with Movement for a Europe of Liberties and Democracy, a European political party founded in 2011. The EFD was a coalition of 10 political parties, the largest being the UK Independence Party with 11 seats and the Italian Lega Nord, with 9 seats along with one independent. The EFD is hostile to further European integration, and more nationalistic and anti-immigration than its main predecessor INDDEM. The EFD was considered to belong on the right-wing to far right of the political spectrum. On June 24, 2014, EFD Group became Europe of Freedom and Direct Democracy for the 8th European Parliament, albeit with only 2 of the 11 political parties which formed part of the group during the 7th Parliament. History, formation. Following the 2009 European Parliament elections, the Independence, Democracy and Union for a Europe of Nations, 2 political groups of the European Parliament, were in trouble. The UK Independence Party component of INDDEM had done well, but the other parties of this group fared very poorly. UEN had also lost MEPs and both groups had fallen under the threshold required for a group to exist. The remnants of both groups needed to find a new group before the constitutive session of the 7th European Parliament on July 14, 2009. Speculation regarding the new group surfaced on June 30, 2009. The name of the group was originally speculated as A Europe of Free Peoples, or A Europe of Peoples for Liberty, or a phrase involving the word independence or freedom or democracy or people. In the absence of an official name, the nascent group was given the placeholder name of Liberty. On July 1, 2009, a press conference was held launching the group. That press conference named the group Europe of Freedom and Democracy. Andreas Mahr LZER, the leader of the Freedom Party of Austria European Parliament list, announced in July 2009 that FPA and EFD were in negotiations over FPA joining the group. Each side had reservations about the other, with UKIP, the Reformed Political Party of the Netherlands, and the Slovak National Party each uneasy about the inclusion of the FPA. In June 2011, the FPA tried again to have its 2 MEPs join the faction, but was again denied, being opposed by 5 or 6 of the 9 parties in the EFD. Defections. In March 2010 it was announced that MEP Nikki Sinclair had had the UKIP whip withdrawn. Sinclair had refused to join the EFD on the grounds that it was a grouping with extreme views, and consequently had not sat with her UKIP colleagues in the European Parliament. In June 2010 MEP Mike Nitras also left the EFD, albeit on other grounds than Sinclair, stating that "I don't share the same principles of some of the group, on balance, the majority of the group want to stay in the EU and I've always believed that we should leave." Nitras later rejoined the group in December 2012. In March 2011 MEP Trevor Coleman left the EFD, allegedly due to an unresolved dispute over financial and staffing issues. However, Coleman continued to represent UKIP as a non-attached MEP. On May 24, 2011, British MEP David Campbell Bannerman defected to the Conservative Party, and the European Conservatives and Reformists group. In March 2011, Danish MEP Anna Rosbach left the EFD, and in turn joined the ECR group as an independent. The EFD was joined by Belgian MEP Frank van Heck in November 2011, after Van Heck left Flemish Interest. It was joined by Magdi Allem in December 2011, when Allem defected from the Union of Christian and Centre Democrats in the EPP group. The 4 MEPs from United Poland defected from the ECR group on December 26, 2011, taking the group's numbers to 33. In March 2012 Roger Helmer, who was elected as a British Conservative Party MEP and previously sat with the ECR group, defected to UKIP in the EFD, raising the group's numbers to 34. In late 2012, Slavko Binov, MEP of People for Real, Open and United Democracy, joined the group. In February 2013, Marta Andreessen announced she was leaving UKIP and defected to the Conservative Party. In late September 2013, National Front for the Salvation of Bulgaria joined the group. Reformation for 8th European Parliament. Composition. Europe of Freedom and Democracy had 34 elected members between 2009 and Euro 2014, they are as follows: Leadership, Co-President, Nigel Farage, Co-President, Francesco Sparoni. References. External links: official website of the EFD Group in the European Parliament.